So hello my dear friends, today I am going to discuss a very important concept that is called the electric displacement vector or the D vector. This vector is generally used for finding the bond charges and free charges, the polarization vector, the D vector on all the vectors that we can use in the conceptual problem in which we require to find the information about a dielectric slab or a capacitor problem, more specifically if I say. So I must say that let us start the problem discussion. So here, here as you can see, this is a plate of charge plus sigma, and this is a plate of charge minus sigma, and the charge here is plus q, and the charge here is the separation between the two plates is 2a. So the size of or the length of the one dielectric slab is a, and the length of the another dielectric slab is a. So we got two slabs, each of length a, and they are both covered by the plates of a capacitor. We need to find the bond charges and the free charges present on the capacitor plate and the surface of the dielectric. So here we got the dielectric constant as 1.5, and for the slab 1 we got dielectric constant as 2, and for the another slab we got dielectric constant as 1.5. So we have to answer the following questions according to the problem. So first we have to find the electric displacement D in each slab, that is for slab 1 and for slab 2. uh, then we have to find the electric field E in each slab, then the polarization P in each slab, the potential difference between the plates, find the location and amount of all bound charges, and since we know the amount of charges present after calculating all these data, we can find the electric field again and just check whether the answer was correct or not. So here if we see the metallic plate or the plate of the capacitor, we can draw a Gaussian surface, uh, a cylindrical Gaussian surface more precisely. So here we can say that the charge enclosed by this Gaussian surface is sigma times area, the charge density, the surface charge density times the area. And inside the metallic plate, since the charge resides on the surface of the plate, inside there is no charge, so we can say that the uh, electrical displacement inside the plate must be 0, and all the charge must be present on the surface of the plate. So we got D is equal to sigma. That's the first part of the problem, and for more information we can say that D dot dA is equal to Q free enclosed, that is the amount of free charge enclosed. Like we say that electric flux E dot dA is Q enclosed, all the type of charge enclosed within the surface, whether it be bound charge or whether it be free charge. Similarly we can say that D vector, it is the free charge enclosed. Now if we see the two slabs, in the second part we need to calculate the electric field E in both the slabs. So if we see one of the slab, we can say that the electric field E1 present can be written as sigma upon epsilon 1, that is the permittivity of the medium. We can say that epsilon 1 is epsilon naught into epsilon r, that is the relative permittivity or the dielectric constant of the slab. So if we need to find the electrical permittivity of a medium, we can just multiply the dielectric constant of the medium times the E naught, that is the epsilon naught or the permittivity of free space. So here we can say that slab 1, in slab 1 E1 can be written as sigma upon E1, and since we know the value of dielectric constant, we can easily find the electric fields in both the slabs by using this relation. E1 is 2 epsilon naught and E2 is 3 by 2 epsilon naught according to the problem. So we can find the two electric fields, and for the polarization vector the formula is P is epsilon naught chi E times the electric field. Now what is chi? Chi is the there is a type of constant, we can just define it for the suspectibility constant, electrical suspectibility. Since we also have magnetic suspectibility, there is an electrical suspectibility too. It is defined for the electric field and bound charges. We need to find the polarization vector such that we can find the value of bound charges present on the surface of the dielectric. So here polarization vector is epsilon naught chi E times the electric field E. So chi E can be written as relative permittivity, that is dielectric constant minus 1, and overall the formula can be written as epsilon r minus 1 into epsilon naught times the electric field. So for P1 we will just put it in the formula, and then we'll get P1 is sigma by 2 and P2 is sigma by 3. Now for the potential difference we can say E1 times A times E2 times A, and then we can just say that it is sigma upon 2 epsilon naught A plus 2 sigma upon 3 epsilon naught into A, that is 7 sigma A upon 6 epsilon naught. So if we need to find the amount of bound charges, we can just find it by using the formula plus P1 at the bottom of slab 1 minus P1 at the top of slab 1. We can put the sign according to the law of charge induction, that is, if there is a positive charge there will be a negative charge induced, that is, one charge induces a charge of the opposite sign. So here is a diagram which shows that how the charge will be distributed. Here we have plus sigma minus sigma by 2 plus sigma by 2 minus sigma by 3 plus sigma by 3 and minus sigma by 3, and we can also write the total charge above and the total charge below any particular surface.